Sick. Who wants to do the recap?
I can, if you'd like.
Okay, if you want to.
Sure. So we started session one, which I am calling day one, entering the town of Gravesford in Bedegar. The party arrived just before nightfall and split off to do kind of their own thing. Brennan went to the smith and hung out with Jago and Vortikov. Dallo went for a walk around town, checked out the church a little bit, and did some more walking and communing with nature. Zovith stayed around the inn to listen to some gossip and heard some stories about the Knights of the White Rose potentially stalking around in the forest outside Gravesford. Theo went to check in on Penna and talked to the wizard a little bit. And then the party congregated at the inn while we were eating dinner. We were interrupted by the Knights of the White Rose, more specifically Sir Peloton and his entourage. They left a proclamation, which is in chat, and it was essentially for the heads of as many White Tusk orcs as possible, but the chief of their outriders is who the target is. The person or people to bring back the head will be handsomely rewarded with knighthood and money and lands and all this crazy good stuff. Peloton said it's just a formality because he's going to bring it back anyway. So the party kind of split off a little bit again, while Theo learned a little bit of information from Peloton's crew. Everybody went to sleep, and in the early hours of the morning of day two, the party was awoken by a scream to the west of the inn. We ran it down and found, after, again, a little bit of a party split, two humanoids in the church, and combat ensued with Yellow Eyes and his lackey Quinn.
Yeah.
Oh, combat finished. I had notes. I had additional notes here. Combat finished, and the combat had ended with two party members bitten by the mysterious Yellow Eyes, who turned to ash. And just as we were getting into the recovery stages, there was an explosion from the area of Penna's hut, which is where we were picking up to find out a little bit what happened in between there, which is where Zovith was.
Yes. And that's actually where we're gonna start off. If I can find what I did with the map that I was gonna pull up.
Yes.
Well, we don't need that quite yet. Zovith, you were just commanded by your commander to go and check out Pinna's hut and make sure that she's okay. And currently, if we look over at the Gravesford map, you are right over here, and I assume you're gonna take off towards Pinna's hut?
Yes.
Alright, are you gonna go like full sprint, or are you gonna try to be a little bit sneaky stealthy?
I'll get to like around this area right here and then start slowing down.
Okay.
Full sprint to here.
I'll say it takes a little bit less than a minute to get that distance. This map isn't like super to scale, so yeah, that seems about right. When you get to that point, I want you to make a perception check for me.
That was almost terrible.
Almost terrible story of my life.
21.
Okay.
It almost landed on a 1.
But it didn't.
But you didn't. Okay, so and again, this is not a perfect to scale replica, but you don't have dark vision, do you? None of you guys do.
Not yet. In another level.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's part
Well,
of my
with
my
that
stuff.
high of a roll, you notice a few things. One, from the south, from the river graves around Ducks Island, you hear a lot of movement. It sounds like a lot of something's moving through the water, but it's dark enough that you can't see what's going on. But you do hear a lot of movement from the south, and there's something going on in the river. You also hear the sound of footsteps coming up the road from behind you, and in addition to that, because you rolled so wicked high, as you are sort of sneaking into the area around Pinna's shop, down the road a little bit. First of all, I need you to make me a stealth check as well.
Yep.
You notice.
It's even higher.
Where's
Good.
where's the one?
Actually, it's the same thing. 21. It doesn't have as big of a bonus as perception does.
Okay. You notice 2 orcs.
Oh dear.
There we go. Crouched down behind the porch of Pinna's hut, and they're looking off in your direction and are obviously trying to hide themselves as best as they can in sort of the shrubbery and in the shadow of the porch over here. And you also hear the one in the back knock on the wall 3 times.
Oh dear.
And also, just a reminder, you did hear footsteps coming up the road behind you.
Yeah. I want to look to see what's coming up behind me if I can. If I can see it.
Yeah. Coming up the road behind you are 2 figures not making any attempt to stealth themselves. Neither one of them you recognize. One of them is a human wearing a breastplate. He has kind of well, it's hard to tell. He has black hair, and he's carrying what you immediately recognize to be a shield holding or bearing the sigil of the Iron Shield. And right behind him is a half-orc in studded armor running up the road behind you.
Yo,
It's the
boys,
blacksmith.
it's the boys.
And when they see you, Jago immediately goes into a crouch, and Vortikov does behind him as well, and they make to approach you, recognizing you as one of the members of the shield.
I'm gonna hold up 2 fingers and point towards the bushes that the 2 orcs are in.
Vortikov just nods when you do that, and you see Jago kind of stretch his neck up a little bit to look over you towards the hut. But yeah, otherwise they haven't said anything, and you know these orcs are up here.
Quietly,
It looked
I'm
like
gonna say.
it looked like Jago was maybe about to like call out a greeting, but then when you quickly stuck your fingers up, he kind of shut up.
I'm gonna quietly say they probably warned the more inside. They knocked on the wall as a signal, and there's also something in the water. And then I'm gonna kind of walk towards this way at an angle. Try to get the porch between me and these two orcs.
Okay. Jago and Vortikov are going to go with you. I want you guys to, all three of you, to make a group stealth check to see how close you get before these guys notice you, if they notice you. So.
Oh,
Oh,
that one was almost good.
I know.
Oh, we're rolling?
What? No, this is Jago, Vortikov, and Zovith.
So I rolled a 5. Or I
Okay.
got a 5.
Well, lucky for you, they both rolled pretty good. What's your passive perception?
Mine 14.
Okay. Yeah, the two orcs sort of press themselves back against the wall a little bit more, and maybe scooch back a little bit, but they don't make a move to try to rush you guys.
It looks like they noticed us.
Maybe.
Are there any windows on this side of the house? The side we're on.
Not on the side you're on, no.
I guess I'll keep pressing forward towards the door then.
Okay. Do you deliberately try to like ignore the orcs, or like are you trying to disguise the fact that you've seen them, or are you like very obviously keeping an eye on them? Like, how's this going on?
Try to disguise the fact that I've seen them while I
Okay.
approach the door.
Make a deception check.
Oh, 19 plus what is this? 21.
Yeah, you set your poker face and you go as close as you want, really. Jago and Vortikov are both hanging back, kind of looking at you like you're nuts. But yeah, what do you want to do?
I'm gonna get up to the door and try to listen in to what's happening inside. Or if there's anything I can't hear.
Yeah, you hear what sounds like some rustling from the upper floor, but nothing immediately beyond the door that that you can discern.
I'm gonna knock on the door. Like, pound on it with the bottom of my fist. And then take a couple steps off the porch.
Avon calling.
Okay. Alright. I think I know how I'm gonna do
Take
this.
a bag of flaming poop and run away.
Open up, asshole.
You hear a series of thudding footsteps, and then the front door explodes off the hinges as a giant, what looks like an orc, but is much larger than one that you've encountered before, comes barreling through the door. And I'm going to need you to make a dexterity saving throw for me.
Oh,
Oh dear. It's there. Oh no. It's 13.
fucking Kool-Aid man, your ass.
Yeah. Yeah.
What was that?
13.
13?
Oh dear.
Oh,
That sounded like a lot of dice.
That's several d6.
Yeah.
Oh, that's why you had so many out. Oh no.
I can tell.
Well, listen. It wasn't D6. You're fine. Well, maybe you're fine. You did roll pretty decently. You take, let's see, half of 17, so, or half of 14. So you take 7 bludgeoning damage and are knocked prone and back 5 feet as you were bowled over by this massive orc that comes barreling out of the front door of Pinna's hut.
It's a good thing I didn't
You,
go with my original plan.
You hear Jago kind of
Oh,
have
fuck.
well, no, that comes from Vortikov. Jago gives like a sharp intake of breath, and you do hear a Jeremy level "oh fuck" from Vortikov. And I'm gonna need you to roll initiative.
Oh no! Run away!
And if anybody wants to, someone can run Jago and someone can run Vortikov if they want. It's up to you guys.
I'll run Jago.
Okay, dibs on Vortikov. I can be an orc.
So in
Got a
that
little
case,
sheet for it or something?
Jeremy, you get this one, and Matt, you get this one with the change that he has more hit points than it says on here, but I can keep track of that.
Can I change the size of this? Do you mind?
What? Oh no, I don't care. Go for it.
Oh fuck.
Look, it's a good thing I didn't go with my original plan of kicking the door in.
And he has the protection, or the defender thing going on for
Yeah.
Jago.
Makes sense.
And then I'm gonna need, let's see, the the orc's got a 6.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Do you want me to roll?
Sure, you guys can roll initiative for them if you want. What did Zoveth get?
16.
Jago also has a 16.
Yeah, there's a 16.
Oh, they don't have an initiative bonus, do they?
Just Dex.
Yeah, I got. Oh yeah, Dex. Oh, I got a 5.
Everything got fucked up. Okay.
Yeah,
I'm
because I
slow
was
work.
fixing it and then you started typing again.
Well, that's because I'm the DM here, Jake. Let's see.
I was moving the orcs down.
Got a 6, and Vortikov got a 5. You said?
Yeah,
Okay.
he's a slow orc. Or half orc, I don't know what he is. I think he's a half orc.
Yeah, he is a half orc. So technically, there should be some racial stuff there, but we're not going to worry about it. Just for
That's fine.
ease. of-
Racial stuff. Jeez.
Yeah.
Initiative
Right
is
here.
just an order.
Yeah. So Jago / Zoveth, whoever wants to go first.
I'm sure Zoveth has a higher Dex than Jago.
Yeah, that's fair. Zoveth.
Fast AF, boy.
I stand up.
Yup.
And then I'm gonna spend 2 key points
Okay.
to summon my Arms of Astral Self.
Ghost arms.
Arms. This is why we have them.
Yeah. Great icebreaker at parties.
And yeah, this is a large creature, so he's taking up all 4 of these squares.
Oh, so he's a real big boy.
Yeah, yeah.
That's nice. And I'm gonna stay where I am and punch him in the face with my arms.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, what else are you gonna do?
Yeah, I mean, I have a 10-foot range with them too, so it's nice.
Let's see. I think he also has range.
So
Yeah.
you just like
It's alright.
charge up and you got like this weird ghost arms over your normal arms?
Yeah. 13 to hit.
Oh,
first one?
right. What's his AC? Armor. Oh, fuck. Yeah, he's wearing plate armor
Oh dear.
and is carrying a shield, so that does not hit.
He's invincible.
Alright, guess I'll try.
Yeah, he is well armored. It looks like it's sort of cobbled together from various sets of armor that he's accumulated. But yeah, he's wearing multiple bits of heavy armor, and you don't have your heat metal cleric here with you. So
Alright, so I have a logistics question before.
yep.
So my Arms of Astral Self says it can be either radiant or necrotic damage. Would you want me to decide that when I first summon them, or when I make a hit?
Oh, let me look at it real quick. Arms of the Astral Self. When you summon them.
Alright, so they're necrotic right now then.
Okay,
And the second hit was a 20 total.
that hits.
And then it's a d6. And it's 5 damage.
Okie doke.
Oh, Matt's got the idea over there.
Is there any? No.
Oh, fuck, there we go. I like it. Alright. You punch him right in his dumb orc face, right between his big tusks.
So if I use key points, does that mean? Oh no, there it is. Never mind. So I didn't see it said, but as a bonus action. All right, that's my turn.
Jago.
Jago will bang on his shield twice with his sword, making sure that it is steadily attached to his non-existent arm. Oh, that's
Yep,
not Jago. I'm dumb. And
The one with the
It
shield.
is Jago.
I had Vortikov grab
Oh, I
first.
see.
Yeah, and he will run in. I don't know if he runs or hobble. I don't know. He's an older guy, but he's swinging away.
Give you up.
A single swing.
Yeah, unfortunately, he's not as
Yeah, a
an
14
accomplished of a
does
fighter.
not. Yeah, 14 does not hit.
Unfortunately, no, not against this guy.
And yeah, we're defender, not attacker. Okay. Yeah, so 14. So that will be all he does.
Okay. On the beginning of the orc's turn, you all hear a voice call out from behind the juggernaut from inside the hut. But it's calling out in Orcish. Unless Zovith understands Orcish, then you can't really.
Does
Nope.
would Vortikov?
Vortikov would, and if you guys could see his face, you would see maybe like a flash of confusion come over his face, and then Zovith, you hear him say from behind you, "They want us alive."
All right. Just nod.
And then
Good to know.
after that revelation, 5, 10, 15, 20, excellent. His ability will work. Zovith, you're charged by one of the smaller orcs that were hiding next to the porch.
Smaller, but still orc-sized.
Yes, and because he rushed you for at least 20 feet before attacking, he crits on an 18 through 20. So he's going to make an attack with his
Roll
battle
18, 19,
axe.
20.
And rolled a natural 6. So that's an 11 to hit.
It misses.
Alright. Oh, excuse me. This guy's gonna do the same thing. Oh, dropped a die. That's a natural 20.
Oh no!
Didn't roll on the table, doesn't count.
I rolled another d20.
God damn it.
Yeah, that one rolled off the table, so I picked up a different one. Let's see. Battle axe is 2d8. Okay. So this is maybe not gonna end well for old Zozo.
La, da, 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 da,
Uh,
da.
Yeah, he charges towards you, and with a orcish grunt, he swings up at you with sort of a windmill action of his battle axe, and goes directly through your sweet ghost arms, and connects to your chest for a total of 21 slashing damage.
Holy.
Oh no!
Oh dear.
Oh,
Still up.
Zozo, run away!
And then the Juggernaut.
Running is an.
The Juggernaut is going to use his big ol' flail. That's what that's called. I keep wanting to call it a mace. And he's gonna swing it down on top of Jago.
Fuck.
Twice if he can manage it.
Oh no!
Oh no. They're gonna steal our lieutenant.
The first one was a natural 1 and the second one was a natural 5. So neither of those are going to be hitting. And as a matter of fact, the second time that he bashes down with his flail, it gets like stuck in the mud, and he yanks on it a couple times and it squelches a little bit. But he just kind of roars in anger and goes to thrust one more time with his tusks, because he's a big meaty boy and he can do that. And that is a 15 to hit? Question mark.
Miss, deflected by the shield of Brennan Sander.
God damn it.
Nice.
Wonderful.
Good.
He designed the shield so it says that every time it blocks something.
I love it. It's got a magic mouth integrated into it.
Yeah.
Well, thoroughly large and no longer in charge of the situation, our Juggernaut is going to pass the turn to Vortikov.
Oh, hey. I mean, Vortikov, from what I know, he's a half-orc. So, if anything, we're just going to prove some orcish ancestry here and,
Just run right into the fray.
nah, yeah.
Alright.
Fuck you.
And because it seems fitting, we'll also give Vortikov that charge ability. So this first attack crits on an 18 through 20.
Ooh. Get him.
Well,
Oh, well, I get 2 attacks.
yeah. Yeah, and he is carrying
Oh my
a
God.
long sword, but he does not have a short sword on him.
Gonna be a
Uh,
long session, ladies and gents.
Yeah.
One.
You run
shit.
forward, and the first attack, he basically just like launches, for lack of a better term, his sword out of his scabbard, and goes to stun the Juggernaut with the pommel. But the Juggernaut whacks it away with his shield, and Vortikov draws his sword and goes to slash, and is once again thwarted by the plate armor of the Juggernaut as he just reaches up an arm and swats it aside. But someone whose arms are not so easily swatted aside, Mr. Ghost Arm Zoveth, you're up and in the middle of the cluster, my dude.
I'm gonna spend a key point to disengage and step back one for now.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna punch one of the white tusk orcs twice, or try to.
Okay. The one farthest from you or the one closest?
I only have a reach of 10 feet, so I can only reach this one.
Okay.
That's 24 to hit.
That hits.
6. Oh, 9 necrotic damage to that one.
You punch him right in his big dumb orc face. He takes 9 damage.
And I'm gonna punch him again.
Okay.
And that's a natural 20.
You give him the old 1-2 and he dies.
Yes.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah, ghost arms.
Yeah. You hear a sickening crunch with the second punch, and when you pull back, there is a nice ghost arm sized fist dent in his forehead.
Yes.
And he goes down.
I'm gonna move over here.
Yep.
Yeah, right there. That'll work. Keep those guys between that little orc and me. That's my turn.
From your new perspective, you see another orc inside of the shop from behind the juggernaut. And this one is wearing what looks like an assortment of furs and interwoven with different flowers and ferns and things like that.
Oh no, it's a druid.
And whoever this orc is currently in the middle of muttering something under its breath and staring intently on the back of the juggernaut.
Oh, he's gonna do some weird druid shit.
That's a shaman.
Got a fucking shaman over here.
Goddamn shamans.
Oh,
Oh well.
Yep. Jago.
Jago will take a step to here, bang on his shield again, and swing. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Up. A 6 does not hit, I am sure.
Nope, unfortunately it doesn't.
Just
that is all.
barely misses.
That's all he's going to do.
If only Brennan were here to see his shield be used so effectively.
Hey, the shield is being used effectively.
That's
You can
fair.
take the sword.
Sword guy, not a shield. Or shield guy, not a sword guy. And now it's the orc's turn. What's wrong, Jen?
I don't want the old man to die.
I wouldn't know anything about that.
I mean, they said they have to take him alive.
Yeah.
Yeah. The first little orc is gonna take his attack at Vortikov. That doesn't hit. And then
17 AC.
Yeah. The Juggernaut. Actually, no. The Shaman, as you like to call them, from behind the Juggernaut finishes casting their spell with a slight increase in volume in their Orcish incantation, and when they do so, you see the veins on the Juggernaut's neck and around the exposed portions of his arm sort of flex and swell and stand out against his skin, and he gives out a loud roar right in the face of Vortikov and Jago. And I'm gonna need everybody to make a wisdom saving throw to avoid being frightened. As he lets out a supernatural bellow.
Putting the fear of God in you.
13.
Jago's afraid. He's got an 8.
Oh no!
Rolled an 18.
Poor Jago.
Run away, Jago! Run!
Basically.
Right behind your shield.
Jago's a fightsman. He knows how it goes.
And the Juggernaut is going to grab his flail again. This time, effortlessly pull it out of the mud, and he is going to take a swing at Jago first.
No!
Why are you so upset, Jen?
He told us the whole
Jen's
story.
becoming emotionally attached to NPCs again.
Ooh.
That's a natural 19, so that hits.
Oh, he's gonna die.
I mean, I know how many hit points he has, so.
That doesn't, like...
What's his
me
strength
feel
modifier? +4, so that's 17 points of bludgeoning damage to Jago as he smacks down with his flail. Where did I put my pen? There it is. So that makes it that now. And then he's going to like the Hulk with Loki take his flail and bash it down in the other direction on top of Vortikov.
Disadvantage on this attack.
Oh, that's right, because your shield thing. Nice.
Thanks, bud.
And that actually saves him from getting hit,
Oh,
as the iron shield darts out and manages to catch the edge of the flail and deflects it around Vortikov, managing to make it more of a glancing blow, not really doing any damage. And then,
we protect.
yeah, but more importantly, he protect. And the shaman is,
Fucking shamans.
let's see, already used its action to cast a spell, so it can't do that. Alrighty. Just gonna move back behind the couch. And Vortikov.
Seeing that this dude's going orc mode, Vortikov's actually going to turn to the other orc and place his bets on probably getting that guy. So let's attack him. What's 18 to hit?
That hits. He's only wearing studded leather, so. These guys are not meant to be the heavy hitters of the group necessarily.
8 damage on the first attack. Let's roll the second.
Yep.
Even more to hit. Almost max damage. That's going to be 4 on the second.
Yep. Vortikov turns, stabs the orc through the gut, and then with one pretty flourish beheads the second orc, and he falls to the ground at the warbreed's feet.
Fucking orcs. Orc on orc violence.
Cool.
Just how I like
gonna
it.
see this and take a chance, and he's gonna get out of the way.
Okay.
I'll tell you where I want to move.
Bear in mind this guy has a 10-foot reach.
Okay.
And he occupies all 4 of these squares.
Okay. So if I was to stand here, would he be able to reach me?
Yes, because that's 10 feet. So right there you're good, because you're 15
Just
feet
out
away.
of reach is where I'd like to be.
Yep. And he's going to use his reaction to take an attack of opportunity.
Does Vortikov... Yeah, of course. Does Vortikov notice the white tusk orc yet?
The one in the house?
Yeah.
The shaman? No, because he hasn't gotten an angle on them to really see what's going on.
Okay.
He's heard some shouting from in the house. He knows that there's another orc in there because he understands Orcish. But he hasn't seen them.
Okay.
Actually, now that you're on this side of the house, he can see that there is a window on this side, but he can't see through it yet because the angle that he's at.
I see.
But that attack was a 16 to hit.
That misses. It bounces off of Vortikov's.
Yeah. It slams into the ground at your feet as you scurry away.
Perfect.
And you hear the Juggernaut give another bestial bellow from behind you. Zovith.
Gonna take a step right here and take 3 attacks against the white tusk orc.
Pew, pew, pew.
Oh. It's a 13 for the first attack.
That misses, unfortunately.
A 9 for the second attack.
That misses, unfortunately.
Ew.
And a 15 for the third attack.
That misses, unfortunately.
These two
Yay.
This guy is
armored
heavily
to
armored.
teeth.
And then I'm gonna take a step.
Yup.
Yeah.
Yarp.
Yeah, and that's my turn.
Okay.
I've done everything I can.
Jago.
Jago's going to shake himself clear of that mighty blow that he has taken and pound the shield once more and see if we can land something on this big motherfucker.
Get him.
Fucking get him there, bud.
20.
That hits.
Woohoo!
Ding, 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 ding.
We have a winner.
Alright. For 6 slashing damage.
Okay.
That
yeah,
is,
you find
okay.
you find a hole in his makeshift armor and sink your sword into it.
That's right. Nice hearty jab.
Yeah, buddy.
That is all.
Okay. At the top of the orc's turn, you hear a loud clatter from the top floor of Pinna's shop.
My sweet Pinna.
And then you all hear something in Orcish from inside that Vortikov would recognize as cursing. And then a second later, the upper floor of Pinna's shop explodes.
Oh, that was the okay.
Holy.
Oh fuck!
And right there is where we're simultaneously going to pause for a bathroom break and simultaneously pause to move back over to the other characters for a moment. So when we get, I know it's a little bit weird to stop in the middle of a combat, but we're coming back to it, I promise. But bathroom break, and then we're gonna check in on the other characters, and yeah, so we'll be
Big
back.
hotness.
Be right back. I'm back.
Welcome back.
Hey, Jake.
Hello.
That combat was a little bit of a shit show.
Not
A
bad.
little bit.
And we're back.
Not
No.
bad. Ugh.
Oh, hey, we were just talking about how much of a shit show that combat was.
No,
It
What
was.
I don't think it was that bad.
Great. It's really bad.
Which one?
The combat we were just in, how much of a shit show we were sucking at.
Yeah.
Everyone rolled low.
Listen,
You got some hits in. You killed some people.
Yeah, I'm
I
at
think
5 health right now. Alright.
Oh, you need some daddy lay on hands. But you
Oh,
need.
you need your daddy.
did you say 5?
Oh.
No?
Run away.
Why do you think I keep stepping outside of range?
Get way farther out of range. Run away.
can, like-
Tactical retreat.
Yeah, you can just like run.
Yeah, you got like ghost legs, right?
No. I don't actually think I get anything
Well, you're
like
still-
that.
If you're only
Fast.
if you're still 5 feet out of range, you could just move 5
Get-
feet.
Yeah.
You can run like 50 feet, can't you? As the monk? Aren't you like super speedy?
Not yet.
Oh. Oh, are we like the same right now? Because I got 40 speed. But
Yeah.
I also didn't run away, so.
Is
Oh, you're 4 HP.
is Matt here or is he gone?
Matt's here.
That's
Okay.
here.
Oh my God.
Well, I apologize that you guys are having a shit show of a combat.
It's not your fault.
But while
It's our-
Your
while the
fault
shit
for
show's
getting
going
that crit.
on,
It's Jake's fault.
we're gonna move back over to Brennan, Thalo, Theo, and Emerson. Basically, where we left off at the end of last session, combat has ended. You guys are beginning to lick your wounds, and are
From my PTSD.
rudely interrupted by the sound of a large explosion to the south.
Yeah, I like duck down instinctually.
Yeah.
Is that coming from where I think it is?
I would just turn around and look at.
It does not matter where it's coming from. Zovith is out there, and he will call if he needs help. You two have been bitten by God knows what, and we need to figure out what the fuck is going on before we make any other moves.
Can I roll a religion check to see if there's anything, maybe in my days with Halcyon or the Order, any sort of natural enemy? Because there is no greater enemy than nature itself.
Sure.
Yeah, I'd like to investigate.
Well, a 9. It's hard to remember things in the woe.
Yeah, fucking woe.
Yeah,
man.
no, you don't recall ever fighting anything like this, or being told about them.
Okay.
What do you want to investigate, Theo?
I mean, I can feel the effects of it now, and
Oh, yeah. Do we feel different?
I feel pretty weak. I know that much.
I like usher you over to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
And
like
I'm gonna give you
shaking
some
and
I'll give you lay on hands points.
yeah.
I'll give her 5.
5.
We need to decipher what. I can heal her, but it's a long shot. Like, I can try and heal us with my. I can expend 5 points and I can heal a disease or neutralize a poison, but I don't know if it's either of those things. So
I won't, like, you guys don't feel sick. You might feel
No.
a little bit,
weak.
yeah, a little bit weak maybe. Your
Okay,
your
so
max hit points have been drained,
Yeah.
so
Then I will be guessing this is something of an accursed nature.
It's fucking vile, whatever it is. Commander, please.
Unnatural.
Zovith is by himself. There was an explosion. Everything here is dead. Can we worry about it later?
Oh yeah, I'll undo my moonbeam.
yeah. It's just a
I'm
fucking
cooking that guy
charred
alive.
skeleton. No. Yeah, you undo the moonbeam.
I will make sure to tell the lieutenant of your high faith in him. Knight, grab the body of that one. I will grab the priest. One of you, get a bag or a vial or something. Get some of that ash. We will need to look at it all later. Let us find out what this one is up to.
Yeah, I will. I meant to buy some vials, and I don't think I did.
Your vial.
Can I find something? Like, is there like a bottle of holy water around? It's a church, right?
Oh.
If Theo is searching ramshackly for something, I'm throwing a leather pouch at her. I have like 10 of them.
Okay. Yeah,
Sorry, 'cause
you
I don't think I could.
you scoop up some ash in a leather pouch.
Is there anything
I do
left?
have vials. Okay.
Is there anything left of the body, like clothes or?
His robes did
accoutrement?
fall to the ground. It was just his
Yoink.
body that turned to ash.
Yoink, I take the robes.
Yeah, you
Okay,
feel
yeah.
that there's some stuff in his pockets.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're gonna
Grab
take
the
time
robe.
to-
I'll look
Grab the
later.
priest.
Yeah,
I fill a vial. I do have vials.
yeah.
So I fill
All
a
right, so I've got the
vial of
priest.
ash.
The knight has Quinn,
Yep.
and Theo has some of Yellow Eyes in his robe,
Yep, yep.
and we are journeying quickly towards Penna's hut.
Okay.
Yes.
I'll say at full speed it will take you guys about 2 rounds to get there.
Okay.
So Zovith, Jago, and Vortikov only need to hold out that long.
Okay.
And then
This is exciting.
when you guys get there, we can have you guys roll into the initiative order. Moving back to the right side of the board, it is the top of the orc's turn. The top half of the yeah, that's fine. The top half of Pinna's hut has exploded. There is flaming bits of wood and wood and tiles and shit like that falling down on you. And Zovith, make a perception check for me.
19.
As the area around the hut is briefly lit up by the light of this massive explosion, almost completely across the river now, you can see a group of maybe a dozen orcs, give or take, making their way across the river towards the south. Well,
How
south,
long does it
east.
seem like it's gonna take them to get across?
To get across the river, maybe less than a minute. Once they're on land, it's hard to tell how long it'll take them to disappear into the forest. Probably not too long.
And can I see Pinna and on the top floor
On the top floor,
where the explosion was?
the explosion. Let's see. Knocked out probably that much of the hut, and so from where you're at, no, you just see the hut on fire, and you can see bits of it raining down. So
I'm gonna warn Jago and Vortikov that there's more orcs crossing.
yeah, and they are moving away from you. They're moving away from the hut towards the forest. Whoops, sorry about that.
I thought they were coming towards us.
No, they are moving away from you guys, towards the forest.
Alright. Here's things.
And it is the Juggernaut's turn. So he is going to take his attack on Jago. And that's a natural 2. And unfortunately, he's kind of in an awkward position having to move through everything. Yeah, he'll just take another attack at Jago. Oh, so that's gonna be 12 to hit.
Negative.
Alright. Is worth a shot. I mean, at least he's missing as much as you guys are. And, oh yeah, he also has a tusk attack. Yeah, he's gonna try to tusk Jago, because he's having mobility issues.
Bad touch.
Yeah, that definitely hits.
Bad touch.
Bad touch. Let's see. That's gonna be 12 piercing damage as he tusk bashes him. Jago's not down yet, but he's not looking great. And the shaman. The shaman's gonna cast Sacred Flame on Zovith. So Zovith, give me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh no. He's good at those. You got this.
And that one's cocked.
Jack die reroll.
Yeah. 17.
All right. Yeah, you see the shaman step forward and point at you and start to say an incantation, but you quickly dodge out of line of sight and don't let them get a solid target on you. Vortikov.
It's my turn?
Yep.
Vortikov's turn, I mean? Yeah. Fight.
And fight.
I know only fight. I'm assuming 11 doesn't hit.
Not this time.
Oof.
Oh. Yeah, that's a 20.
You cut out on the last half, but I heard 20, so it hits.
23.
Yeah.
I hit.
Yeah.
Definitely
Nice.
hits.
Nice.
Keep losing my pen. There it is.
9 slashing.
Okie dokie. You do 9 slashing damage to him.
Cool.
He lets out a roar, as he is prone to do, but he is definitely not going down. Ever. He's immortal.
Yeah.
So that,
I'll end it there.
yep, that takes us to the top of the second round with Zovith.
I'm gonna come over here against this wall, seeing that the shaman is gonna target me. Then make my 3 attacks on the juggernaut.
Okie doke.
19 to hit.
That unfortunately just misses.
Damn.
20 something.
That hits.
Oh, and it's max damage for 10 necrotic.
Ouch. Necrotic is?
Get that shit.
Okay.
My last attack is 19 again.
Yeah. They're perfect attacks. Like, there's nothing wrong with your form. It's just this guy is able to take a beating without taking much damage. If that's it, then Jago's up for his Death of 1,000 Stings.
That's right.
We will stab you slowly to death.
That's right. Jago's defending his
Slowly,
home, so
Yeah.
We'll all have our characters soon.
attack with the sword, not gonna hit. Pass the turn.
Oh, he does his
I'm
best.
sorry.
This is the way.
I just wish he'd move away.
Yeah. That tends to be the case.
Why you gotta be so brave?
He's gonna take his attacks on our minions.
Don't take no steps back. Best believe.
The first one is gonna knock Jago out cold. And then the second one
It's gonna kill him.
is gonna hit Vortikov
Oh,
for he's still like just beating everything in sight.
yeah.
That's gonna be 14 bludgeoning damage to Vortikov, who I know has a decent amount of hit points.
Use my calculator to. How much was it?
14.
Okay.
And then the shaman.
Shaman.
The shaman.
Shaman.
Let's see.
Shaman.
Shimona.
Why don't you ever play bards?
I have plenty of bard characters, just not this one.
Oh,
Shaman's gonna
Where would we
move.
be without our fearless
Back
leader,
here.
Brennan?
And then turn's gonna pass to Vortikov.
Fight.
Yep.
$20, baby.
That hits. Damage?
I'm mathing. I'm using my calculator. Don't judge me.
What? Jeremy.
There's 13.
carry the one.
Sorry. It's 19 damage. Jesus.
Okay.
Ooh, nice.
That's a lot of damage.
A lot of damage.
So
I was having a definite
Christ,
brain
that's a
fart. I
lot
was
of
like,
damage.
I did like 3 simple math questions and I'm done.
Alright.
Hmm.
And then the second attack.
That's gonna miss.
Okay. Top of the next round, our fearless leaders arrive on the scene. So there's Brennan, I assume, in the lead.
So I healed myself. Was anyone else low?
Theo, for sure.
I thought you healed me with 5.
Oh,
I
right.
gave her 5.
Yeah.
And she's still.
I mean, it doesn't. I don't think it helped my max health.
No. I just want
But-
to heal you. So you don't die.
Yeah, I'm okay.
Did Brennan take any hits to that last battle?
Brennan already healed himself to full.
Oh, okay.
And I'm gonna need all of you guys to roll initiative.
Yes.
And Emerson is just gonna act on Zovith's turn after, or on your initiative count
Fucking.
after your turn.
So bad.
Brennan has a 15.
And Theo got an 11.
Yeah. How embarrassing. It's because I'm a little shaken up. Just a little bit.
Yeah, that's fair.
Is it fair to say that I had summoned forth my...
Fair
Wait,
to
where
say you
was my
what?
familiar? Hold on.
I left it over here by accident, but he's still.
I still
he's
hit
with
him
you.
out, okay.
Yeah, he's with you.
Yeah, he's running with me.
Ah.
Oh.
Good old monkey man.
My.
All right. Top of the round, Thalo. You come sprinting down the street to the scene of Jago the blacksmith laying on the ground amongst a couple of orcs, and Zovith taking on the most massive orc you have ever seen.
Oh.
And also, Pinna's shop is on fire, so there's that.
Oh, wonderful. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna run up to him and I'm gonna compel duel. So I'll cast compel duel.
Okay.
Let's just sprint at him. I've had enough. Shaking,
Leave my
shaking
friend
hand.
alone.
Yes. I'm too tired for
let's
this.
see.
I need my nap.
So that's a wisdom save?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me just double check that. Yeah, wisdom save.
That's 11.
He fails it.
Sick.
So-
What does that mean?
He's drawn to me. He has disadvantage on attack rolls against creatures other than me, and must make a wisdom saving throw each time it attempts to move in a space that's more than 30 feet away from me. If he succeeds, the spell doesn't restrict the target's movement. Yeah, so if he tries to move away from me more than 30 feet, he's got to roll for it, and he has disadvantage on anyone else besides me.
Okay.
Finally got there with the compelled duel. It just took us 2 sessions.
Nailed it. Brennan.
All right, Brennan is going to 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
I guess I could run up to... no, I'll just wait.
Is compelled duel a bonus action?
It is.
Yeah, you could dash if you want to get in range.
You can dash if you want to.
You can leave this all behind.
Go where you're gonna go if you're gonna do it. It's all right.
About there.
Okay.
About there.
That way he's got to move. He's got to move to get to me there, right?
No, you're still in range. You're still within 10.
I want
Yeah,
him.
you're
I want
within
him to
10
just have to barely move. So there.
Then right there. Yeah.
All right. All right. So Brennan will, still with the priest on his back, actually.
Okay.
Move forward, and hold out his mace towards the orc, but then look to his allies here, Zovith and Thalo. I get your name right, don't worry. And the mace
On occasion.
the mace lights up. Mace lights up with some fire, and Brennan's voice just thunders across the open area in front of the hut. You two know that I still have plans for you, and that Saint Elgar's fire will invigorate you. And I will cast Bless on the both of them.
Sick.
Thalo's smile lights up again in the night.
All right. So
I
if you're
don't know
not,
what
if you don't
Bless
remember
is.
Bless 100%, you can add D4s to all of your attacks and saves.
Yeah, I got blessed.
Yay.
Oh, not on this paladin. But
Hashtag
I know.
bleed.
A D4 to hit or damage?
A D4s to hit and to make saves.
Yep.
So
Hits
you-
insane.
Yeah, D20 plus a D4 for any hit, for any attack and for any saves that you make.
Alright.
And then, seeing that everything else is shitty, we will go ahead and drop the priest behind myself here.
Okay.
Yeah, try it there. And that is all for
Shrug
for-
him off.
Bryn and Sander. Yeah, like shrugging him
I
to the
guess
ground.
he's dead.
I'm leaning a bit. I still respect the body mostly.
Yeah.
With a soft thud, his corpse hits the ground behind you.
It's just meat at this point.
Alright, Zovith.
Gonna attack the Juggernaut 3 times. And that's a natural 20.
Ooh.
Get him.
Alright,
Punch him with them ghost arms.
get him.
And it was almost max damage, so 15 damage.
Ouch.
Right.
Okay. That puts him down to...
And it was almost another. So, that one's... Well, with the D4, it's a non-natural 20 plus 7, so 27.
That hits.
That barely hits him. Directly in the
It's
chest.
such a slog. As soon as the rest of the group shows up, Zovith just fucking novas this guy and kills him.
That's 9 necrotic damage.
Okay.
And that last hit. So 11. And then
that
it's
was a
18
one.
for the last hit.
Yeah. As you guys run up, you hear growing ever louder. Dun, 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 dun.
So he just fucking Rocky 3-piece that's the dude right now?
Yeah, basically.
Tight.
And I'm sorry, what was the third attack?
It was 18 to hit.
Unfortunately, that one does miss. But just for the sake of style points, you do connect. It just doesn't quite do any damage. But yeah, you give him the old 1-2.
This is
Uh,
fucking
not
bad.
and-
Sulio followed us. Where is the music coming from?
Just a bard out in the corner.
Yeah.
He's got like blood running from his nose and his and like one of his eyes. He's not looking great.
Emerson.
And then yeah, Emerson.
10, 15, 20. And then he's just...
He can dash.
Yeah, he's just gonna run up.
Okay.
Proud of him.
For the shield.
As he steps on Jogger's back.
Yeah. Fucking crushes his other arm.
No!
This is the way how fights go. Sorry.
Jago's piece is too big.
Oh, here, let me make him shorter.
There we go.
Make Emerson a little bit smaller too. All right. Theo.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm going to take stock of the situation.
Alright.
There's this giant.
Also, I'm gonna
ass
hold up
thing.
one finger and point inside, like indicating there's one more in that building.
Hmm,
Oh, good shit.
okay.
Like upside down gun. Point
Yeah.
signal.
Right. Okay. How many windows are there?
Just one behind the couch and
Behind the
coffee table.
couch, like in this area.
Yep.
And I just visited earlier.
Yeah. So
I
you know the
where it
layout.
is.
Yeah.
I'm going to let's see. I don't want to get anywhere near that guy. Let's see.
You do have plenty of allies within striking distance of him, so you do have sneak attack.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. I will get a little bit closer. There. I got Monkey's like flying with me.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm going to take a shot right at this guy with one of my things. Let's see.
One of many things.
Yeah, which things do I want to do?
Oh fuck! I forgot to throw a net on him.
Oh man, you should have.
I
He
think-
has so many nets.
I think they only
He's-
work on medium or smaller
Yeah, he's
creatures.
big.
Oh,
He's like a.
I'd still do it. Prove a point.
forgot to throw
Yeah.
my net
It'll have to
on
be
him.
my crossbow, because... Yeah.
Yep.
So let's try here. Oh god, that's not gonna... So I miss. That's only a 13.
Yeah, unfortunately, it
yeah.
plinks off his armor.
Yeah, I take a shot, it plinks off, and then I whisper to Ash to find Penna. So that's his task, and Ash can fly.
Yes, he can. Does he have any special senses?
He has
being-
dark vision, 120 feet, and he just has advantage on perception checks that rely on sight or hearing.
Okay. Yeah. He's gonna fly up into the air and start canvassing. Give me a perception check for him.
Okay. Okay, this is my classic rolling, so that is a... Oh, I have advantage, right? Or no?
Yeah, you would have advantage.
Okay, so
'Cause
roll a
he's
3
looking-
and
Looking around.
14, okay, that's better. So that's a 17.
Okay. Noted.
Okay.
Uh,
And that is my turn.
Yep, that makes it the orc's turn. And he is going to try to cream Zoveth against the wall of the hut, since
No.
he just got fucking necrotic punched like 50 times.
He
That
has
will happen.
disadvantage.
Oh, that's right.
Ooh.
Son of a bitch.
Yes, good, excellent.
Alright.
Fucking compelled duel got there.
I'm proud of you.
What is it?
Michael
Yeah.
rolls 220s now.
I wish. That's a 13 to hit.
Misses.
Alright, second attack. Yeah, no, that's a 9.
I'm not wearing armor.
And he can't rush Thalo because Emerson's in the way. Fuck you guys. Yeah.
Fucking got him.
He's
Fuck
gonna.
you.
He is gonna try to tusk Emerson though.
No, bad touch.
And fucking Christ. 16.
Misses.
The hell out.
Why do you do this to me?
We're the Iron Shield, bro.
Yeah, I know. It was going so well until the rest of the party showed up. Yep.
The compelled Halcyon's duel is it's nothing to scoff at.
And then the shaman is going to move around a little bit and cast spiritual weapon,
Oh no.
I
summoning.
thought he was straight jumping out the window.
I wish that'd be pretty sick.
Oh, I love that spell.
I will throw you out the goddamn window. We're just gonna steal this.
Honey Dipper. Oh,
No, it's a big battle axe.
big battle axe. All right.
Don't worry about
Classic.
why it's called the split. There we go. And he's going to use, or rather, she's going to use that to make an attack at. She can't see Zoveth, so she's actually going to summon it above Jago and take an attack at Emerson with it. And rolls an 8.
Well, but
Vortikov.
spiritual weapon. You have a bonus
Fight.
action to move it.
Right. That's. I mean,
It's a
it's fine where
natural
it's
one.
Oh no.
Okay, well, that's a miss.
And that's 19 plus 5. So
That hits.
roll some damage for it.
Roll some damage.
8 slashing.
Yep. You slash him under the shoulder as he's swinging wide to try to get to Zovith, and you open up a fairly decent wound in his armpit. It's bleeding pretty good.
I thought you were gonna say open
But
up a can of
he's
whoop-ass.
still not quite down yet.
Mordecai snorts.
Yeah, top of the round, Thalo.
Okay, let's just get in there. With the
Full send, bud.
stand right here, and I'm gonna get him with my halberd.
Okay.
Oh, I got reach. Alright, now I'm gonna get him with halberd.
Done. Everybody got reach.
It's my first time using reach weapons. It's great.
Yeah, they're pretty cool.
13. I'll assume that doesn't hit,
Nope.
and that one is a 2. So I'm
Yeah, he manages to block both hits with his shield.
Yep, that's my turn.
He's looking pretty desperate.
That's my turn.
He's cornered and surrounded and bleeding and not having a good time.
You did roll your d4s on your attacks, right?
Not, but they still wouldn't hit.
Okay. Well, just making sure you remember they're there.
Yeah, thank you.
Brennan,
Well,
our fearless commander.
fearless indeed. You all need to finish this big one. I'm looking at a little bitch inside that needs a lesson as well. I'm gonna look at her spiritual weapon, and I don't think these dirty tricks are going to do anyone any good. You can fuck off with that, and I'll dispel magic on it.
Damn.
Yeah, you
Bring real shit
you
or
do
none
so.
shit.
And it's second level, so it just dispels.
Yep, just
yeah.
blinks out.
Bye magic great axe. It was nice. Nice having
Yeah.
one while I had one.
For a turn, yeah.
Yeah, that was tight.
Sometimes it's sad playing the bad guys.
Yeah.
Well, especially when I know what it's like being a DM, having somebody whose literal entire job is not really combat, because you're like, fuck, will you stop having answers?
Will
Yeah.
you stop doing things?
Yeah.
Gotta
Beyond
love
that,
clerics.
My sweet fuck.
bonus action, none. But, yeah, we'll stand back here and keep making, we'll keep making play calls. So
Alrighty.
I'll pass the turn.
Sounds good. Zovith.
Ghost arms.
I'm going to try to punch him again.
Dun, 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 dun,
15. That one's a 15 to hit.
Nope.
Did you roll your d4?
Yeah. And that's another natural 20.
Ooh.
Yeah, yeet.
Nice.
Fucking get her, bud.
Do you still only have like 5 HP?
Oh,
Okay.
Oh,
So
I can
that's
fix
12 necrotic damage.
Don't die.
Yes, I
we'll get you up there.
I'm used to being able to see hit point bars. I gotta
With
adjust to
a
that.
with a Street Fighter level uppercut, you lift the Juggernaut off his feet with one final blow as you knock this guy right in the jaw and directly onto his ass. And he goes down with a loud thud. Yeah. Ooh, 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 ooh. And there's a moment of silence, and then you hear the shaman from inside curse again in Orcish.
Oh, fuck.
Theo, I believe. Oh no, Zovith, you still got stuff.
It's good to see someone doing their job.
Would I be able to use flurry of blows after?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Would I be able to use flurry of blows after moving? It says after an attack action. So
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you're fine.
don't know if I
Shoot
want.
maneuver, my dude.
Really know some maneuvers.
Yeah. I don't know if I want to run in there yet. Yeah, I'll just hold off and have Emerson run in.
Okay.
Charge!
10, 15,
Charge!
20, yeah. And then make an attack on that one.
Glyph of wording, fireball. No.
Well,
Well worded.
Yeah. Make your attacks on my sweet shaman. Good night, sweet
That's
prince.
15 to hit.
That hits.
Lucky 8.
My sweet shaman's furs. Got them apple bottom jeans.
6 plus, that's 10 slashing damage to the shaman.
Ouch.
And that's my turn.
Okay.
Theo Fawn Penna.
Right. So I'm still having Ash fly up where I can
Yeah.
move, but
Still
I'm still
actively
going
searching.
to run. Let's see.
And as you're running, you can see above you, Ash has started flying quickly to the north.
To the north.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead.
But he hasn't
and-
alerted you of anything yet.
Yeah. I'm going to. That was 40 feet, and then I'm going to dash to get another 40 feet to climb over this guy. And I believe I don't get hindered by difficult terrain, but
Oh, okay.
with my mobile feet.
Oh, yeah. I think it's when you
Difficult terrain
dash.
costs you extra. Yeah, when you use the dash action.
Okay.
So, I take my other. Fuck, where was I originally? Was that 40 already? Or did I stop? I stopped. I'm so sorry.
I have faith in you. You can figure it out.
Oh man, let's see. I probably moved 20 feet again. Hang on a sec. I get into the house in any case. I'm pretty sure I can make it that far. So, I get into the house, push open the door. I don't trip over the coat rack,
Yeah.
which looks kind of like a record disc to me.
You see smoke coming down from the upper floor.
Okay.
You don't hear anything from up there though, besides the crackling of a spreading fire.
Right, and as a bonus action, I'm gonna use cunning action to dash for a second time
Okay.
and start climbing the stairs. I just kind of look at Emerson like he's got it. You know, I have my orders, so I still want to climb up the stairs. So
Yeah, you get up to here and are met with the entrance to the hallway engulfed in flames.
okay,
And you can see that inside of where this circle is, there is burning wreckage and a big hole to the outside. You know that up here is Pinna's workshop, and it
Right.
looks like it exploded. And you can see through the flames the burning corpses of a couple of orcs up here.
okay, yeah. I yell out Henna's name.
There's no response.
Yeah. I did notice Ash flying towards the north,
Yes.
but I don't have an action to take to look through his senses right now. So that's going to be my turn for now.
Okay. And indeed, Ash is going to continue flying to the north. And when he gets to the edge of the river, he dives down and snatches something up. Brennan, you could probably see that. Theo, you couldn't see it from where you're at.
Yeah. And I think if we're 100
but-
feet away, I can't
Yeah.
communicate.
I don't think you're 100 feet away.
But, oh, right. Okay. So this is to scale out here.
Yeah.
Okay.
But Brennan, if you're paying attention to Theo's monkey, you can't tell what it's picking up.
Okay, so I see him dive down and grab something, but I can't tell what it is.
Yeah.
I know what it is. It's the hat.
And
Probably a bit of food.
the shaman. Is that your turn, Theo?
Yes.
Okay. The shaman is going to disengage, shatter the window, and jump through.
Oh.
And unfortunately, it disengaged, so can only get that far. And does it have a sick bonus action that it could use? No, that would be too easy. Okay. It is Vortikov's turn. I'm gonna step in and take control of him, because now seeing that the big guy is taken out and that you guys pretty much have a handle on the situation, he is going to move to start stabilizing Jago and
good.
keep him from dying.
Yes. Good.
And Thalo, you, from where you're at, where the porch and door used to be, there's now a big hole where this juggernaut bursted through. So through the hole in the front of the shop, you can see that the shaman that Emerson was engaged with has cheesed it, or is in the process of cheesing it.
Yeah. I'll scream, they're making a break for it. And run. And run.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
that.
One of these
I'm
days,
gonna dash.
one of my monsters is going to make a successful retreat, but I get the feeling it's not going to be tonight.
Yeah, no.
Cool. I dashed. And now I'm... Yeah. I'm gonna compel duel again.
Okay. Wisdom save?
Yeah. Might as well.
That's a 10.
They fail.
Ooh, ouch. I thought they might have done good on that.
They had a +4.
Yeah. Shaman, you know.
Yeah.
Got cleric.
They had... Oh, sorry, they had a 14?
No, they had a 10.
Oh, okay, yeah. No, they fail.
Yep.
My save was 13, so now he can't, he has to roll to try to get more than 30 feet away.
Yep.
That's my turn.
Okay. Brennan.
Come on behind Zovith here.
I'm over here.
No, that's
Oh.
Emerson.
Oh, Emerson's inside. That's
Oh,
fine.
God,
That's fine.
he flies.
Brennan clips through the map.
That's right.
Hacks.
Activate shot mode.
Shunted back out.
He enters creative mode.
Your job is not done. A fire is only done when there is only ash left behind. Go! Finish the job. And I'll pat him on
As
the
the hut's
shoulder.
burning
and
down.
Figuratively.
I will pat him on the shoulder and cure wounds him for 21.
Shit.
Nice.
Solid cure wounds right there, but
It's upcast at level 3, so just want to make sure that we had full hit points when we were chasing something.
yeah.
So it's
So that critical hit never happened.
Yeah, I was about to say, I
well-
think that's how much damage you took from the crit.
It is.
we will move to
Nice.
there. That is all.
Alright. Yeah, Zovith.
Um,
Hop right through the window like it's nothing.
Yeah, I mean, he's a monk.
Yeah.
yeah. I got 40 movement.
He probably
Yeah.
walks on glass just for fun.
Then I'm gonna punch this guy in the back a couple times. Or 3 times.
Ghost punch! She doesn't deserve this, dude.
Yeah, she does.
That's
Oh,
19 to
no,
hit.
non-lethal. Oh.
What was that?
19 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
I wasn't
And
paying
that's
attention.
9 necrotic damage.
She is going to use her reaction to cast Absorb Elements and have that. Oh wait, I don't think you can do that with necrotic now that I think about it.
It's not an element, I don't think.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
light,
no.
or necrotic and radiant don't count as all.
Scratch that. Not gonna do that. She's gonna take 9 damage.
And then the next 2 hits are gonna be non-lethal, trying to knock her out.
Yep.
Nice.
That's.
I mean, she hasn't
17
taken
to
a
hit.
ton of damage, but I mean, you can. I'll just
Next.
have it noted that you're doing non-lethal.
Yeah. Next is 17 to hit,
Yeah, that hits.
and that's 8 damage.
Ouch.
And then last attack.
She's trying to get away, and you're just punching the shit out of her thighs. She's trying to dead leg her. Fucking Charlie horse.
Last attack is a 12 to hit.
That does not hit, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Glances off them
Yeah.
flowers.
She jukes you on the last one.
Yeah.
And Emerson's gonna try to come out the window as well.
Good old Emerson.
Hit 20, 25, and try to knock her out as well.
Okay.
That is a natural 20.
Fucking Christ, bud. Yeah,
Damn.
that hits.
Yep.
Yes.
So that's
Jake's fucking on tonight.
Yeah.
so it's 16 damage.
Ow.
And that's my turn.
So that throws her down to not much. Theo.
Okay, standing up on this top floor, most of it's just a big flaming hole now, right?
Yeah, basically.
I'm going to...
And the fire is, like, spreading.
Yeah, I'm gonna I'm just gonna hope she's not there. And, I did notice, like, orc corpses,
Yeah,
but
there's
I
some-
couldn't really see anything else. Yeah, I'm gonna start running back down, and yeah, I'm gonna run down the stairs. And I see no one's here. Can I see Zovith out the window behind the couch?
Yeah.
Okay.
The whole area around here is dim light now with the roof
Yeah.
being on fire, so
Okay.
you all can basically see.
Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and run the rest of the way outside. And then I'm going to use my action to look through Ash's eyes.
Yeah, you see Ash flying, or rather, through Ash's eyes, you see yourself as Ash is now making a beeline back for you, and swoops in and drops at your feet the muddied and trampled remnants of Pinna's hat.
Okay. Can I pick it up?
Yeah.
Yeah. I pick it up and just look at it. And I guess she's... I can't imagine she'd drown.
You guys are cutting up.
Oh.
I was literally just typing that in Discord as well.
Oh, are we still cutting out?
Yeah, give me 1 second.
I'm
Yeah,
a lot
yep.
less polite.
Yeah, y'all are cutting out a ton. Like, we can almost hear everything that you're saying, but it's like...
Is that better?
Yeah, is it
Yeah,
better?
yeah.
The fuzz is fine in there. Like, it's fuzzy, but I can hear you now. You're not cutting out at all.
Okay.
Say like a...
Just a background noise.
Yeah. I turned my gain up, so... and let me also turn off the automatic sensitivity on Discord. That might help.
Oh, good idea.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Sorry about that.
Yeah. I think
Yep.
I'm just gonna call that my turn. Yeah. I got the hat.
So when I see the monkey flying forward, do I see the hat now?
Yeah. And you've met Pinna before. You'd recognize her hat.
Yeah.
It's got a big old star on it. It's kind of ostentatious, but it's very much her style.
Not the hat! Not the hat! We need the damn sword! Idiot monkey.
He was looking for Penna, and that's all he found.
Oh boy. God, so many fucking people.
You're the one that gave us free NPC lackeys.
Well, I didn't want Jake to die immediately. Let's see. Yeah. The shaman is going to
Oh, she wasn't knocked out?
No.
Okay. Just hit really hard.
Yeah.
Oops.
Yeah, the shaman is going to disengage again. And start making her way into the river. Yeah. And she had to use reaction to disengage, so Vortikov is getting Jago back up.
Okay, good.
And he's just gonna try to remove his buddy from the situation. Drag him away. Jago is stabilized, but he's still knocked out.
Yeah.
Thalo. This shaman's trying to get away into the water.
Nah.
Alright.
I'll run up to the edge of the water. I'm gonna throw a net.
Yes!
Alright, make an attack.
Catch that shaman fish. Get it.
Oh. It's a 7.
Don't forget bless if you did.
Ah, yep. Where's the...
Yep.
Yeah.
8.
Unfortunately, that does not quite do it. She manages to slip around the edge of the net and is starting to swim into the river.
I don't think I can do anything else.
You don't have a
Try.
second
No.
attack?
I guess I could. Yeah. Can I do that? I can attack with one weapon and go with the other?
Yeah.
I thought I had to do with the melee weapon. Okay. Yeah, I'll just hit her with the halberd then. Non-lethal. Yeah. I miss. Well, hold on. $14.
That just hits.
Yes.
Ayo.
Uh, 12 slashing on lead.
Oh, it cracks me up.
Yeah, you
Non-lethal lop off an arm.
right? No, you swing with the flat of the blade of the halberd and knock the shaman upside the head, and she is now floating
Yes.
on her, I guess, on her stomach in the river, and starting to go downstream if you don't catch her.
Yeah, I'll grab her.
Okay.
I'll grab her and I'm gonna wave Emerson over.
Yep. And for the first time this session, we are out of initiative.
Okay.
Cool. I'm just gonna have me and Emerson tie her up for a minute.
Yep.
Nothing immediately happens.
Nope. Nothing immediately happens.
I'll go up to Brennan and report the squad of orcs I saw crossing the river.
Yep. They're nowhere to be seen. But
Is the hat still? Does someone still have the hat?
I have the hat. Yes. Why can't I move?
there are very obvious tracks leading from the hut
Yeah.
to the back or to the edge of the river, though.
Well, I would like to hope that maybe they have her. Seems logical.
Yes.
The explosion, however, I
They
can't
did
seem
wa-
to explain.
Yeah, but they did want to take us alive.
They did.
Mm-hmm.
But
Alright.
yes,
Yeah,
sorry,
Vortikov.
where's Jago at?
Jago is still unconscious. He's like propped up on the side of the road. Vortikov approaches you guys and says, "The shaman. She said that she wanted us to be knocked out, not killed. She said those were the Bone Breakers' orders, not hers."
Bonebreaker, right.
Now, this Bonebreaker will get his chance as well, considering I'm assuming you could not find a blade inside Penna's hut. The
The fire was too severe. I couldn't get through.
I can have some of the men wait until it goes out and search the wreckage just in case.
But if the entire hut burns, much will be lost. We need to get people here now, but we have other things to take care of. Take the heads of the orcs, grab what you can, and meet me back at the inn. I will take the priest, and we will see if we can piece this together. If the other orcs have left, the immediate danger is past, and we need to collect ourselves.
Agreed.
Aye, sir.
Yeah. Vortikov goes to Jago. And
I healed Jago for 4 points.
awesome. Yeah, he wakes up and thanks you. And they are gonna they both immediately set to try to put out the fire. They're doing their best.
Should we get
but-
some men up here?
Yeah. By this time, more of the townspeople are coming to investigate the now fire at the wizard's hut, and there are some farmers and townsfolk that are starting to run buckets of water up to Vortikov and Jago to try to fight this. But they're not going to be able to save the upper floor. They might be able to save the lower one.
Emerson, take the heads off of these orcs. The rest of you, come with me. We will be commandeering the lower floor, or the open floors of the pig. And Emerson, once you get the heads, get as many of the men as you can to start repositioning the camp along the river. The orcs do not need to come back in town, especially whilst we are gone finding this backbreaker, or whatever you call himself.
Sir, what about the shaman?
Bone breaker.
She comes with us.
I'll pick her up.
Ooh,
Alright.
You want me to interrogate her?
Oh, there will be much interrogation.
Excellent. I'll sharpen
Awesome.
my daggers.
Yeah. Let's move you guys for a moment. And we can get rid of these guys. Although I think I may have stole Emerson. Yeah, there he is. We don't worry about that.
It's just Emerson's character. He's very forgettable.
Yeah,
Totally.
basically. We can get rid of that one. And that one. Oh, there's these guys too. Right. And we can.
Yeah,
Oh, goddamn.
lies.
There we go.
Curse you.
Move these guys over here. And now, objects. Components. Oh, wait, no. I want. Oh, we can just use this one. So, you guys are. Oh,
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 Go ahead and take that back if you want.
yeah. You guys.
Brennan will also let Vortikov know that once there's enough people helping, that we are likely going to need him at the Reluctant Pig to translate.
Yeah. He nods and lets you know that when he's done coordinating the firefighting effort, he'll be there. And yeah, you guys make your way back to the Reluctant Pig. It takes a few minutes to get back through town, but it's not like there's heavy traffic or anything. And yeah, you make your way back over there. Oh, I suppose I could actually grab the Reluctant Pig map instead. But that would have been smart. Saved objects. Here we are. Charge! So, you all come back to the Reluctant Pig, and what was that guy's name? Gawain. He is up and sitting with Brekka over here at the bar. Brekka looks very worried and beside herself, and he's sitting there consoling her when you guys come in, and looks up expectantly at you, Brennan, when you drag in a tied up orc, dead priest,
yeah.
and
Well, typical Monday.
some beat up party members.
Oh no, it's Saturday, right?
Yeah, Saturday morning, early Saturday morning.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry for this, but we will need as much space as we can get. Theo here is going to take our guest into one of the rooms, and I would ask that if anyone has mild sensibilities, that they make their way where screams cannot be heard.
Yeah, as soon as you say that, Gawain's eyebrows shoot up, and he quickly grabs Brekka and steers her out of the inn, and just take as much time as you need, and just try not to break anything.
On his way out, I shoot him a gold in his.
Yeah, he takes it and just kind of shakes his head, mutters something under his breath, and walks out. And a moment later, our dear friend Vortikov comes in. If I can find his figurine. There we go.
Theo, Vordarak, if you would like to use the kitchen, I feel like there would be additional implements that may be of great use to what you have on your plate for the next few hours.
Yes. Thank you, Commander. That's a fantastic idea.
All
You
right.
make a mess, Theo. Would you please clean it up?
I can clean it up. You know, I have my ways.
So I take it you're gonna spend the next little while, quote unquote, interrogating this shaman.
Yes.
Okay. Give me an intimidation check with advantage, since you have our dear friend Vortikov with you.
Yeah. I think I'm going to tell one of my stories about how I lost the eye, if that helps.
After the first hour, as they've woken the shaman up and all this kind of stuff, I'm standing behind Theo, and anytime there is an attempt to question, I'll be using guidance as well, so that'll add d4s to the skill checks.
Oh,
Okay.
Good, because I rolled a 13 twice. I didn't add my thing, so. Plus a
So
D4.
I'm sorry. What did you roll for your?
Let me add it up.
Yeah, and you can add the d4 to that.
Yeah, of course I only rolled a 1. Let me see. Intimidation. Yeah, so that's a 16.
With advantage and the d4? Okay.
That's the best I could do. Intimidation actually isn't my strong suit.
So before we get to that, I'm just going to assume that you guys are gonna also use this time to go through the stuff that you found from the fight in the church.
Of course.
Okay.
Yeah, the robes, and later I will
Yeah.
look at
I'm,
The-
I'm over Father Beldrone right now with Zovith, just talking about.
Yeah, as
the
you're
whole
looking
lookout.
over Father Belderone, I need both of you to make medicine checks for me. And as far as the stuff that you find, the old Yellow Eyes, his cloak, has a steel flask in it that's half full of some liquid that you could identify if you want to.
flask with.
Oh, well,
Half full of a liquid. If you guys want to open it up and sniff
Yeah,
at
I
it, then
mean-
you can.
Intelligence check?
To figure out what's in the flask.
Yeah.
No need. If you check it out, it's half full of blood.
Oh,
And also in his cloak is a handwritten letter, written in what our paladin would recognize as infernal, except for one word that's repeated a couple times throughout the letter that's written in Elvish. Do either Zovith or Thalon know Elvish?
I
I
do.
do.
Okay. Zovith, you would recognize the word as Arcturus. It's capitalized as if it's a proper noun.
Like a name.
Yes. And then the other guy had his weapons and armor, short sword, some leather armor, and a couple of daggers. A can of shredded devil grass, basically like a can of chew, but with this setting's equivalent of coca leaves.
Oh, okay.
A belt pouch containing some coin, and a small silver key around his neck. Which actually you guys would recognize as a key to one of the lockboxes in the bank in Bedegar Keep, since you guys have actually used that bank before.
And that was
So,
on
yeah.
the father?
No.
It's on Quinn, the lackey.
Yes.
Oh,
All
okay.
of that stuff
Oh,
was on Quinn. The
Oh, okay.
Yellow Eyes had the flask of blood in the letter. And what did you guys get on your medicine check for Father Belderone?
4.
19.
Zovith, you recognize something a little bit strange. He definitely bled a lot from the stab wound to his side, but doesn't look to you like it should have been a lethal attack necessarily.
Sun dry.
And you see that the whites of his eyes have turned somewhat yellow, and his pupils are extremely dilated in what you would recognize as a devil grass overdose. That is like the telltale sign of someone who's died of that.
Holy shit.
Well, he didn't die of the stab wound.
And
Interesting.
moving to Theo,
Yes.
what questions are you asking our shaman?
Oh boy.
Like specifically, what information are you trying to get?
I want to know the name of who she's working for. I mean,
Bonebreaker Doricor.
okay. I just want to confirm that.
That she
What-
gives pridefully and easily.
What was she looking for?
Exactly what she found.
What did you find?
What are you missing?
Okay. I see. Where's the wizard?
Like I said, the Bonebreaker found what she was looking for.
Mr. DM,
Yes.
we know where they are? Like, isn't there like a known location for these orcs? Or
Forest Rend is the general consensus.
I can't imagine I get more specific information.
No.
Uh,
No, the 16.
yeah. Damn it. Damn it.
That's pretty good, but you don't get everything off that, unfortunately.
Right. No. Since orcs are pretty stubborn. Okay. Let's see. Give me a sec here. Okay. Can I say if you tell me what you took, I'll let you go with all of your phalanges.
Make either a persuasion or deception check, depending on which one you're trying to do.
Okay.
With guidance.
Yeah.
Guidance.
If you're lying, it's deception.
Right.
If not, then
Okay. I think I'll do persuasion. I don't have advantage, do I?
no.
No. Fuck. Yeah. I rolled a 4, and even if I roll a d4, it's not gonna help. Because that's gonna be 11 to persuade.
Trying to decide how she would respond to that kind of approach. Yeah, I think she'd just laugh, just kind of seeing that as like a desperate sign of the weakness of men, sort of thing. Yeah, no, not giving up that easily.
Okay.
My leaders are not treacherous like yours. I will not give them up so easily.
Okay. I rummage through the kitchen and find the biggest cleaver I can find.
Oh,
Okay.
I have a halberd.
Yes, but this is more my style. Are you sure you don't want to reconsider?
Yeah, she just spits on the floor in front of you.
Who's in the room with me?
Brennan and Vortikov.
Right. Commander, is there anything you would like to ask her?
Not anything that you haven't already asked. Please, carry on. I would not want to interfere.
Fucking orcs. What's the deal with the creature in the church?
You see sort of a blank look on her face. I've no use for your gods.
That's not what I fucking mean. I'm going to... Damn it.
Get mean, Jim.
You gotta get angry. You gotta
Get
get
angry.
mean.
I got your girlfriend. Get angry.
Yeah.
I know.
If you can dodge a wrench.
Okay. How is she, like, she's tied up?
Yeah, you guys tied her up.
Okay. Like, is she tied to a chair, or is she just, like, on the...
I don't know, is she? I'm not the one that tied her up.
Oh my goodness.
Probably
Nuts.
just kneeling unless you drag one.
You know more than you're letting on. And
Does she?
I raised the cleaver and I slash it down at her foot. Chop.
At her foot. Okay.
Chop.
Yeah. You chop into her foot. She howls in pain. And bleeds a bit.
I'm not proficient with cleavers. I should be grabbing my dagger, but this seems like fun.
Yeah, she just howls in pain and kind of grunts at you. Did you see any of us at the church?
I'm going to ask you again. What was that thing doing working with you?
I don't know.
You
What
know
you're
what I'm
talking about.
talking about, and I like. Do I still have any kind of like markings left over from the bad touch? I know I was healed up.
Yeah, actually, you do. You have a nice bruise on your neck, sort of in the shape of his bite pattern, bite mark on your neck. It's not like a puncture wound anymore, but it is like a bruise.
Yeah, I'll show that to her.
She just looks blankly at it and back at you.
Peculiar. Is the wizard alive?
That's for you to find out, then, I suppose, isn't it?
If you want, I can remove your toenails one by one, and your fingernails one by one. pluck out your teeth one by one. And then your eyes. I know what that feels like.
And will that save your wizard?
It might not. Either way, I'll enjoy it.
And by all means, let's find out. If that's the price of the Bonebreaker's victory, so be it.
You're willing to give your life for this creature.
She just looks at you.
Commander, we're not going to get anything out of her unless you know someone that can break into minds. Unfortunately, I don't have tools for that.
I mean, if we're at a dead end, we're at a dead end. Then I would only ask one question, maybe followed by a second one, if you don't mind.
Go right on ahead.
You are aware that you're going to die before this is all done. Am I correct?
She just kind of smiles at you, and just says something in Orcish, and you hear Vortikov from behind you mirror her, and say in common, I'm already dead.
Good. It is good that we always know our place in the world, no matter how lowly it has become. And my only other question is, since you already know this, would you like it to be slow or fast? I'm willing to give you a warrior's death. Only ask one bit of information in return.
She looks at you expectantly.
I don't care about wizards, I don't care about other men, except my own. All I care about is what your leg break, back break, or whatever, what he wants to do with the sword.
You see her eyebrows kind of crease for a moment, and then she you see a kind of a moment of recognition, understanding maybe cross her face, and she says, I honestly don't know.
Well, that's the most honest you have been, and the most forthcoming. So, I would ask how you would like to leave this place.
That's a good question.
As I'm like spinning like a dagger, like in my hand behind him. I got 3 of those.
Unbind me, and I'll do it.
I think that is more than fair, and I'll reach down and
Commander.
tear off the. She did what she was here to do. She is not going to be able to do anything else, and I will crush her skull if she tries anything. She is a warrior breed. I've come across them many times before. She will hold her own honor here. It is the last bit of respect she can give herself, and is what we can offer.
Yeah, she flexes her wrists when you cut the ropes off, and then she gives a dirty look at Vortikov and says, "Not with the half-breed here."
I can understand this. Vortikov, thank you.
He kind of gives a grunt and backs out of the room. Kind of gives a little bit of a grimace at the shaman, but doesn't fight it. And when the door closes behind him, the shaman gives a nod at you, Brennan, and draws a dagger from her boot.
Before she does it, I ask her one last thing. What's your name?
Min. And she disembowels herself without giving a name to the human. Yeah. And
I just saw Vortikov walk out, and as she's disemboweling, I know Zone of True. Oh. I'll just back out slowly and go sit back up.
Fuck.
Don't worry, it wouldn't have mattered anyway. She didn't answer untruthfully to anything.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Still thought
But
it'd be
it's. God damn it.
All right. Brennan will relatively ceremoniously just straddle the body from behind, use the dagger that she used to disembowel herself, and take the head off.
yep.
Theo, I believe you made a promise to Thalo that you would clean this up.
Clean it up, right. I'm taking that dagger, though.
Yeah.
I'll drop the dagger by her feet as I walk out with the head, muttering a small prayer to Malice and Saint Elgar.
Yep.
I offer no prayers, but I will clean up.
While she's cleaning up, I'll come out and just drop the head on the table where everybody is sitting.
Wonderful.
So, I have taken the sword and penna into the forest. The shaman did not know why her leader wanted a blade, but I can only assume it is for the worst possible scenario. So, regardless of knighthood or lands or anything that this would-be baron is trying to impose upon us, we will be getting our rest and we will be going into the forest now for two things: the head of the bone, whatever, and to find our blade.
And Pinna, hopefully.
Right, Penny, sure.
Yeah. Is there anything special about anything on the shaman? Does she have any? She did some kind of magic. Does she have any like?
She has a component pouch with
Yeah?
like some stuff for some of her druid spells.
So take it.
Okay. Other than that,
Useful.
nothing
And
really.
The dagger is probably just like a normal dagger. Just
It's a flint dagger actually, with like an antler handle. It's pretty cool.
nifty. I will take that. And then I will, when I'm done, I will like use prestidigitation to clean the best I
Yeah,
can.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah, when I'm done wiping up blood. I mean, I can't really drag the body. I mean, I could, but it's kind of heavy.
Fair enough. All right.
Grab something from behind the bar and pour myself a drink.
Vortikov says that he's going to go find the mayor and inform him of what has been going on and of the death of Father Belderone. And he makes his solemn exit.
Mordekov, before you leave,
Yes.
do you have anyone who would be able to, who works in the occult and mysterious outside of the misplaced penna?
Let's see. Tace used to run through here, but he hasn't been seen since he ran off with the Baron's campaigners. Other than that, I think Your best bet is probably Terraton. Here there's an old druid who lives outside there. Sells potions and whatnot. But that's probably your best bet. Closest thing to here.
That will do. Spread the unfortunate news of this night and let them know that the Iron Shield has brought vengeance for what could be done.
He nods and pushes out the door.
I'm perplexed by what the hell was in that church. She didn't seem aware of it at all. Strange coincidence.
I'm not one to believe in coincidence.
Coincidence, huh?
And I have no idea what the hell it was.
Halo just lights his pipe in silence and sits there staring at the dead father.
Yeah.
Well, the father didn't die from his stab wound, at least.
Oh, really?
No.
Yeah, he
Sorry,
died
what?
of a drug overdose.
Yeah, and when he sees that Theo, you immediately recognize the signs. You've seen it before.
Did he have any of the stuff on him?
The father didn't know. The thief did. Quinn.
The father of a church overdosing. Seems out of place.
Theo, make a
Smells
history
sour.
check for me.
Like a what?
A history check.
Okay.
Should we check his house to see if he has them in his somewhere?
You said history?
Yep.
13. Yeah. Not super great.
Okay.
So he died of an overdose, but he was stabbed?
That's what the signs are pointing to.
This isn't making much sense.
No.
Are there rumors of the priest having some sort of problem?
Not
but
that I heard.
What are the telltale signs of a user? Like, what are the side effects of using this devil's grass?
It depends on in what form that you use it. Just the leaf Quinn had is if you chew on it, it's like a stimulant, sort of like coca leaves or the drug that the Somalian pirates use, cat, I believe it's called. Sort of like that, but it can be processed into something much stronger, more akin to a strong amphetamine.
Like an opioid?
Yeah.
Like cocaine!
That's that good shit, baby.
Commonly run by the guild. You know that it comes out of the Grey Wastes. But
And it's not like something that religious people might do for some...
No,
not that you've
Pardon?
ever heard of.
Okay.
No.
Just wondering.
not that I've heard of either.
We could have walked in onto our own interrogation, and they could have. There were many warlords who employed shadowy figures in the Ruby Deserts, and they would question enemies that were under the influence of drugs as well. So, I'm not saying that is what happened, but since he was stabbed, maybe he was questioned while on the drug and then finished off.
Quite possible.
Alright.
I do not know if there is anything else to garner from the body. We have rest that we still need to get if we are to go into the forest.
Right.
And as you're saying that, I finish my glass. Take one last breath. And ask to be excused.
You're relieved.
I'll kneel down, say a prayer over the Father, and return to my room.
Okay. Not too long after that, Vordikov returns with the mayor of the town, Sarek, I believe his name was, and a couple of farmers, and they start moving the body back to the church so that they can properly start setting up a service. But I take it you guys are just gonna move in for the rest now?
If the mayor's there before he leaves, I got like
Yep.
a question or two for him.
Yeah, go for it.
Mayor, obviously your town is not well defended by these Knights of the White Flower.
Yeah, we mostly rely on our local militia, but obviously that wasn't enough tonight.
Obviously. Now, I do not mean to sound like I'm taking advantage of a situation, but as you can see, the Iron Shield produces results, and I would be happy, whilst we are away, to put you in touch with higher ranking officers that will be staying behind, and the Iron Shield would be happy for a small price to keep your town safe until we return with what we came looking for.
He kind of chuckles. He says, we don't have much as far as money goes, but if you're willing to prevent any more attacks like what we've seen tonight, then I'm not going to turn it down.
It is set. I will have my men placed along the river and between the borders of the forest and your town, and we will make sure that nothing else happens. My only other request would be, in the morning before we leave, we have a key that we found, and I believe it is appropriate that leadership in the town would allow us to open a box that may not have our names on it. In the bank, of course.
The bank is in Bedegar Keep, the main city.
Oh, I'm dumb. For some reason I thought I was here. My bad.
Sorry, I thought
Yeah,
the same
it's
thing.
alright.
Yep. All right. Then the Iron Shield will protect your quaint little town of Gravesford, and we should return within a few days, maybe a little longer, depending on what we find out in your forest.
Just he speaks up when you say this. Just so you're aware, in that forest is an old castle. It was around before the days of the barony and the time of Good King Omond. I don't know what is there. There's been rumors that the place is haunted for years, but if a clan of orcs have settled into the forest, that's a likely spot that they may have camped at.
This is good.
Just a warning to you.
Not a warning. Very helpful information, I would say. Thank you.
Of course. And Thalo, you vaguely remember that there indeed was a castle in this area that was used by one of the dragon flights, but you're not certain which one. If I could just get this to like settle. There we go.
Sized very accurately.
There we go. Yeah. He takes his leave. And I think that's a good time to take our long rest.
Yes.
And we're getting pretty close. We might as well call the session here tonight, I think.
So next time, I do want to go into the hut once the fire's out
Yeah.
and all that. But I can wait for the morning.
We can. Yeah, we still have a little bit of time. We can do that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you guys get your long rest. And
Does that do anything for those of us that have our temporary hit points lowered?
that is a good question. Let me double check that real quick.
Okay.
Yes, that does fix it. You're both, or anybody who was attacked by Yellow Eyes and had their maximum hit points reduced, that's fixed after a long rest.
Awesome. Just had to sleep her off.
So yeah, in the morning, you guys, where? Let's see. Can I get
But it doesn't fix that.
the Gravesford map real quick? If I could actually open up the right thing. There we go. Let's see. Gravesford. Let's go like so. Yeah, when you guys get up in the morning, there is some buzz in the tavern. There's not too many people in there, really. It's just the people running it, and then the few people that come in for breakfast, which is mainly like the super old folks. There is, of course, a lot of rumors and whatnot being shared between them about what was going on last night. But the big piece of news really is that there is a meeting planned in the market square at around 9 a.m., which is like probably in a couple hours from when you guys get up. And the mayor is going to address the town and have basically like a town hall kind of thing go on where they're going to talk about what happened. But yeah, it is early in the morning, and Theo, if you want to check out Pinna's hut,
Yes.
you can do that.
Yes, I would like to do that.
Okay. You go over there. When you get there, you see that basically almost all of the second floor is completely gone, and a good portion of the southern wall of the first floor is burnt pretty good. Thankfully, the chimney provided some good structural integrity, so nothing collapsed. But excuse me. There are a couple of people standing guard around the wreckage of the shop, but it's a pretty sad sight in the daylight. And did you want to like go inside and poke around?
Yes.
Or okay.
I wanted to investigate, see if somehow Pinna might have left any kind of signs and notes and anything that I could pick up on. And I also have Ash help me looking around too in case I miss something.
Make a investigation check.
Okay. Let's roll good today. So 17.
Yeah, you spend the better part of half an hour going through the wreckage on the upper floor, and also picking through the smoke damaged stuff on the lower floor. But about the only thing that you find of note, you don't find the sword, you don't find Pinna, obviously.
Yeah. I didn't expect to.
But you do find the remains of Pinna's storage cabinet, where she kept some of her stock of potions.
Mm-hmm.
And there are some recoverable potions still in the shop that haven't been looted. You find 2 potions of healing, a potion of greater healing, a potion of animal friendship, and 1 potion of poison resistance. But nearly everything else has been destroyed. There are still some notes that she was taking. You find some half-burned notebooks. You find her backup spellbook, but it doesn't really do you much good because you're not a wizard. Yeah.
To hold on to it so someone else doesn't grab it.
Yeah.
I don't know the people of this town that well.
But other than that, everything else has been wrecked.
Brendan is headed to the church.
Okay.
Yeah, I also want to go to the church.
Now in the daytime, it is very obvious the tracks leading away from her hut towards the river, to the edge of the river, I should say.
Is it possible for me to find her own tracks amidst all the orc?
No. It got trampled too bad that you can't really tell.
Okay.
And
no lock of her hair. No.
Nope.
I'm done.
Thalo and Brennan are going to the church.
Sounds like it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you guys make your way there. You can see that someone has boarded over the window that was broken, that you guys charged through last night. And the church itself is locked.
Brennan will bang on the door unceremoniously.
Yeah, there's no response.
Shall we try the back?
Yeah, let's walk. Let us walk around the side, see if there's any activity. I need to see this body one more time.
Yeah, you guys go around the back, and there's no discernible activity from the church itself, but you do see a flickering light, like a candle burning, coming from Father Belderon's house over here.
Headed that direction then.
Yep. I assume you knock on the door when you get there?
Unceremoniously.
As he does. Yeah, a moment later, the door opens up, and there is a young woman, probably in her mid-20s, with shoulder-length brown hair, brown eyes, and a black dress on. And her eyes are puffy. It looks like she's been crying all night. And she answers the door, kind of taken aback at the sight of you two, because you look like fucking warriors. And
well, yeah, I guess I do.
She says, how can I help you?
Yes, we were present last night during the events that transpired. We're trying to have a follow-up.
You must be the soldiers then. Please, come in. And she steps back and lets you guys in. to this small one-bedroom, or rather like one-room little cabin, basically. And laying on the bed against the back wall is Father Belderon's body, and his face has been covered with a cloth, and he's laying there. It looks like whoever this woman is has been tending to him.
Yes, miss. May I ask your name?
Caroline Belderon.
Thalo Elden Sky. Pleasure to meet you. And I'm sorry for your loss.
Thank you. Are you still disguised?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
No, of course.
I kind of figured as much, but I was double checking.
Yes. No, yeah, no. Shit. I don't think she'd open the door. We are here to possibly get an insight on Father Belleron, and we're just trying to understand, as you are, why these events have transpired. It would be very much appreciated, and I think it would be very helpful for both of us if we could both have a little look around, possibly try and uncover any clues of why these events happened.
Of course. She sniffles and wipes her nose with a handkerchief and goes over and sits back down at the chair next to the bed, and do whatever you need, please.
Ma'am, may I ask what your relation to the father was?
He's my grandfather. Was my grandfather.
Well, I hope your relationship with him was good, as good as it could be. A man of the cloth, such as myself and my friend here, can be trying, and I understand what it can do to family.
He was a good man.
Yes. May Halcyon guide him through the forest.
She kind of gives you a little bit of a strange look, but nods and doesn't really say anything.
I do have possibly an innocuous question, but do the followers of Gator Confessor, do they partake in ritual use of substance to commune with your god? I am not familiar with your own dogma.
Oh, heavens no. That's not something that that I could ever see grandfather doing. No, not that I know of, at least. And
I mean, no
gone to
disrespect,
this
of
church since I was
course.
a girl.
It was the only other thing, being a practiced man of religion myself. I would like to pay my respects and maybe learn a little bit more about your grandfather through prayer, but I tend to require a little bit of privacy. Would that be a problem?
No, I don't suppose so. And she stands up and kind of fiddles with her dress and looks around a little bit, like she's not entirely sure if she should do anything more. And then, well, I'll be outside. And she steps out the front door, giving you guys a little bit of privacy.
Is it cold outside?
It's a little bit brisk, but it's not freezing.
Dialogue, whatever it is you are going to look for, now will be the time to do it. Try not to disturb too many of the father's effects. I have something a little bit more intimate in mind, personally.
And I'll pull the cloth off of his face.
Yeah, his eyes have been closed, obviously, and he looks relatively peaceful for a corpse.
Brennan will pull out a small pouch, draw the symbol of Saint Elgar on his head, like just on his forehead, just with a little bit of ceremonial incense ash, and rub his hands together, put them on the chest of the fallen priest, and cast Speak with the Dead.
Yeah, as you finish your incantation, the priest's eyelids snap open, and his eyes are rolled back in his head, and he's just staring blankly up with the whites of his eyes, and you see his body sort of intake a breath sharply, but it's sort of hollow and rattling. It doesn't sound quite right.
Father, do not say anything. Of course, you really can't control it regardless. I'll be asking you a few questions and then I will leave you to your effects and to journey on to be with your guide, the Confessor. I'll merely have a couple of questions. The first being, of course, when we found your body and dispatched of your possible killer, you had many signs of, Taylor, what do they call it? Devil grass?
Yes.
Yeah.
You had many signs of, excessive use of devil grass. Can you explain this for me?
You, with that same sort of rattling breathiness that you heard when he inhaled, he breathes just one word, the word poison.
As I expected.
And I as well. My second question, and I will have you on your way soon. Please do not struggle against this. Do you know why the creature and its follower were in your church? Were they looking for something?
That's two questions.
Specifically, why was it in the church? That's the first question. Or second, rather.
Okay, so what it was is first, and then what it wanted is second?
Strictly incanting the question of why was it in the church?
It being the fight?
It being the yellow-eyed creature.
Ah, okay.
Do either of you know Elvish?
No.
I also do not.
Shit.
It says a word in Elvish. I'm gonna need both of you to make intelligence checks for me to see how accurately you can remember that to relay it to Zoveth later. Since
16.
he knows Elvish. Okay.
Sorry, what was it? Intelligence?
Yeah, just a flat intelligence check.
16 as well.
Okay. That's the answer to your second question. Something in Elvish.
Can I attempt to write it down, at least phonetically, in
Sure. Yeah. And then it'll just be a DC. Let's see. You got a 16, so what is it? It's a +3. So yeah, yeah. I said a DC. We'll see. We'll see how well Zoveth and or Theo can decipher that later, because Theo knows Elvish too, right?
Okay.
No.
Oh no. Okay, just Zoveth.
So
Yeah, you
halfling.
you jot it down the best that you can phonetically, but Elvish uses some weird sounds that aren't used in the common tongue, so it's a little bit hard, but you get down basically what you think is right.
And then the whole time we were talking, I'm investigating just searching this place. So you want an investigation check?
Sure. And you have 3 more questions, Brennan.
Correct.
18 on investigation.
Yeah. You find some. You find a prayer book, a journal with pretty mundane entries, just kind of logging the day-to-day of what's going on around the church and in the town and things like that. You find a lockbox under his bed. And yeah, that's about all of note that I can think of that sort of stands out in the house. He kind of lived sparingly. He is a priest after all.
Yeah. Sort of wiggle the lockbox at Brendan.
Yeah,
Yes.
you hear some rattling inside of it when you wiggle it.
I look in the past week of his journal and if anything stands out.
A lot of people being worried about the future, about what the Regent has in store for Bedegar. There is discontent amongst people in the town because of the cruel practices of the Knights of the White Rose, and Father Belderone was also looking forward to getting someone in to fix a leak in the roof of the church. Excuse me. From where the one of the craters had, I guess, gotten worn through a little bit. I don't know. But yeah, he was hoping to get Jago in to try to fix that, because obviously it takes some special doing to try to fix a hole in the roof while also maintaining, it's like a historical symbol, basically.
Yeah,
this roof.
yeah.
So there was some restorative work that needed to be done that he was hoping to get some coin together to pay for. But other than that, nothing you didn't already know.
Okay.
Father, did you expect to be attacked?
No.
So we've asked. So we know he's poisoned. We have the Elvish word for why the creature was in the church. Did not expect to be attacked.
Do you know where this thing would have come from?
No.
And I'm a man of honor, and your life was taken from you before plans obviously could be made. So, what would your dying wish be?
That's a good question for his character.
I stop what I'm doing and listen intently.
Protect Caroline.
right, and the incense is snuffed out immediately. I'll wipe the symbol from his forehead and recover his
Yeah.
face.
You hear a long, much softer sigh this time as Father Belderone exhales for the final time, and is laid to rest with Saint Gate.
All right, Alo. So, we have some clues to go on. Hopefully you wrote down that word well enough that Zovith will be able to translate. I do not know what was in the journal, but we should probably ask Coralina about the box.
Miss Carol. Yes, shall I fetch her?
That would probably be best.
Alright, I'll go and grab her from outside.
Yeah, she comes back in and looks around, notices the things that you have gathered from your investigation, and looks at the two of you. Did you find anything?
Much, actually. Your grandfather was a very good man, and all of our suspicions of any ill doing, whether they were there or not, have been put to rest as well.
Thank you.
Now, we will be going on a little bit of, well, possibly a crusade of vengeance. I do not know how your guide feels about this, but do know that if we are presented an opportunity to bring a right to this wrong, we will do so. I merely have one request once your grandfather is laid to rest, and technically I guess it would be a request from him.
What's that?
I would ask that all of your effects are put into order, and once he is laid to rest, which I'm assuming will happen in the next couple of days, I will need you to go to the Iron Shield camps. You will be looking for a man named Sulio. He is, he is quite easy to find. He is a little bit flamboyant. I do not understand his ways, but he is good all the way through.
Must be a Riohan.
He will be taking care of you, and let's just say that your grandfather has made a request from beyond the grave that you are looked after, and I'm a man of honor and I will take this upon myself. Sulio will see it done.
Yeah, she, to be quite frank, she's a bit overwhelmed, and it doesn't look like everything that you've said has quite sunk in, but she's at least gotten the gist of talk to Sulio, because he's gonna help her out. And she just kind of nods and goes
Look,
over.
I'm not good with emotions, so I apologize. If you have not gathered yourself in 3 days' time, I will make sure Sulio comes to find you. Is this a fair compromise?
Yes, thank you, Commander Brandon. Was it?
An interesting girl, nonetheless. Brennan Sandor.
Of course. It's a pleasure. She holds out her hand to shake yours, and has a surprisingly firm handshake. But then she picks up her grandfather's prayer book and flips open to the last page that was marked, and sort of chokes back a sob and says, "If you'll excuse me," and she goes to be back by the father's side.
Of course. Just a question for the DM. So, what was the father's last name? just taking it for my notes.
Belderone. I can type that in chat.
Belderoni.
Builderoni.
Yeah, it might be Belderoni. I don't know. I don't know how to pronounce it. It was in the module, and I thought it looked pretty sick, so I just went with it.
Tight.
Oh, easy peasy.
Yeah.
So, daughter. I'm marking her as a ward in my notes under the allies section.
Okay.
Nice. Give me Caroline.
Sweet Caroline. Dun, dun, dun. And were you guys planning on trying to get into his lockbox?
It's kind of why I wiggled it at Brennan. If Brennan didn't say anything, then I'm not gonna know.
I'm not pursuing his personal effects. I have what I came for.
Okay. Fair enough. In that case, I think that's where we're gonna end this session,
Yes.
because that feels a little bit more appropriate.
Yes.
Do we get the goddamn word to Zovith? At least tell me.
Oh
that.
yes, and
Zozo.
with a 16, and Thalos, his phonetic spelling and whatnot. The translation from Elvish to Common is Draconis. Again,
Dracaris. Sorry.
Again, a proper noun. And Zovith, give me a religion check with disadvantage, since you're not an elf.
Would I know about this, given my religion?
Actually, yeah, you're a Knight of St. Halcyon. Give me a religion check with disadvantage.
So I got a 13.
Oh, okay. With disadvantage, you said?
Yep.
Oh, 2 19s. Let's go. That's gonna be a
Nice.
22.
Yeah, with a 22, like, you're still not familiar with the lore, but you have at least heard these names before and recognize them as names from the Elvish creation myth. You don't know exactly. Oh, excuse me. You don't know exactly what they have to do with the myth. You memory isn't that good. It's sort of like trying to remember specifics about like fucking Islam or something like that. Like, know roughly what it's about, but
You say names, so that you're saying Draconis and Arcturus are both names from the Elven creation myth?
yes.
Alright.
Don't know exactly where they fit in, but Thalo would at least recognize them as names from the Elvish creation myth.
I hang out with a lot of elves in the Woad.
You've met a few. There's at least one in the Green Order. But yeah.
I like that one. Do I like that one? I probably like.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
It's not overly rare that like all of you were in the same place at one time, but yeah, you've probably met them a few times.
Many a battle.
Brennan's not keeping any of this information secret, by the way. We're telling like how we got it, that
Oh,
I
yeah.
talked with the spirit of blah blah blah. So to everybody else once we meet back
Yeah.
up and as we're preparing.
Okay.
I
Yep,
say all
yep.
that to say, great session. I have to go and get some sleep because I got work in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel you, man.
Oh.
Uh,
Yeah, it was really fun.
yeah, I had a good
That
time.
was great.
Thank you, guys.
That was a great session.
Yeah.
Another great one.
Oh, the plot thickens.
The thick plottins.
Thick Wattens.